Hey guys, Muncheez here, and in this video we're going to be going over Barret and what I used on him to finish his legendary bout, his solo mission in Jelly's Combat Simulator. So first thing, I didn't have enemy skill when I did this, and now looking back on it, I could have taken off the revive material because it's absolutely useless in this case, and just thrown the enemy skill on there for the extra stats. So I didn't have it in here, but definitely use it. You need a lightning materia, an elemental on your weapon with fire and ice, steadfast block, ATB stagger, healing materia, chakra skill, and then time materia. Healing and time always are a good combo to have together when you have MP to spare, and then vitality, HP, and MP up. And his weapon setup, he had a battle cry equipped. He had overload recharge, weapon ability ATB, the ATB charge plus, and then the opening ATB bonus. And then the Choco King's Cape is nice to have because then you just have an ATB off the rip. Barret's really easy to build ATB with, so I didn't give him the first strike. But if you prefer just starting right away, you can also give him a first strike materia as well. You should have a slot because I have an extra slot of materia in here that was a revive materia I put in there, I believe, and I did not need it. So either enemy skill or a first strike would go, or you could take out the vitality, put first strike. It's up to you entirely. But this is what I had on, besides enemy skill, when I had done this challenge. Now, let's get into the fight. So round one is fairly simple. It's usually pretty simple for most of them. Just throw level 1 fires out and just get them pressured. You can kill them all fairly easily and just watch the grenades they throw out on the ground. But eventually you just kill them one by one. And that's it for the first round. For the second fight, you are able to just pressure them by just casting level 1 lightning anywhere in the body. I just started with the arms, and you just break the arms one by one, and that's pretty much it. He's pretty easy to stagger, just cycle between overcharges, and, you know, when it's pressured, just stagger him every time you can with the focus shot. And then when he does the emergency defense mode, if you can't kill him in time, just stand away from it and just guard, and you'll be fine. The round 3 is pretty simple. Just Inflame. When he casts Inflame, just hit a Blizzaga on him. And just keep pressuring him just over and over and over again. If he gets kind of low, don't waste too much MP on it. You're going to need it for the next round. You can also just run away when it starts casting Massive Explosion, and you just won't get hit by it. It'll be fine. So the next fight, which is the Adamantoise, is where it gets a little tricky. You need level 2 Fyra at least to pressure him to make it so he stops shooting those freaking red cannonballs out of his butt. When he does get pressure, just build up your ATB and then try and get a level 2 focus shot. If the pressure doesn't last long enough, a level 1 focus shot is fine, like 1 ATB focus shot. You just want to spread out as much as possible the state in which he's pressured while you're dealing damage. And also ultimately getting him staggered so you can deal as much damage as possible. If you have to heal or whatever, just use a chakra. Try to avoid using chakra. If you can, just dodge roll the cannonballs, because once the cannonballs ramp up, they become really hard to dodge, but he should be low enough to where you can just dodge roll once or twice and then just keep attacking him until he's dead. It is at this point you have to be very wary of his charges and all that. So the last round, summon when it's possible. So the way I ended up doing this was I just kind of outlasted him. Just summon whenever possible, and then just be patient guarding and parrying the moves that you can. He doesn't have anything extremely dangerous as long as you don't get hit directly by it. You just don't want to be put into a position where you're playing the catch-up game with your HP. So Ruin is probably the only move that's like very dangerous. He'll like scream you away and then he'll jump right on top of you. The move's pretty easy to parry. You can just guard it. It won't hurt you. Barret's really tanky, so guarding is perfectly okay. If you made it here and you have plenty of mana, save it for when he changes red. He'll switch polarities and he will turn red, and he'll start doing like these little particle attacks. I don't really know what to call them, but they're not telegraphed very well. So when you're fighting him in the red polarity, he's going to do things like this spin. So back up when he does that. You can guard against it, and then you can just like dodge roll away from him. You'll be fine. But you have to be standing far enough outside of that ring so you won't get hit. So he'll do it quite frequently. They are guardable, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And if you see the particles on the ground, just know that the explosion's coming. They don't hurt too bad if you guard against it. You can even eat some of it in case like you're pretty healthy and you can just eat it and just do more damage if you choose. But yeah, for the most part, it's just a rinse and repeat. Just be very patient. If you're out of MP, you can probably kill him a lot faster if you had a lot of MP to dump into him. I by no means could make it here with a bunch of MP because of the Adamantoise fight. I feel like they designed it that way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, haste and regen goes quite a long way here. I used both of it here, and it helped a lot. It keeps you healthy, and you're able to guard more attacks than if you didn't have it on. So Barret in general in this whole challenge is you want to overcharge off cooldown, and you do need to know when it's safe to attack. Most of the monsters in here, after they launch an attack, they'll have like this cooldown period to where if you didn't get hit, you have plenty of time to actually attack the monster. So you'll be able to build plenty of ATB, do whatever you need to do. Barret builds ATB fairly easily, so it shouldn't be too bad. You want to shoot your focus shots into pressured enemies as many times as you can. And bonus round when you can for more damage and stagger. Steel Skin is also really good to have up if you have time to do it. And I just Turbulent Spirit after I haste. If like I casted haste on myself and the haste runs out, I would just Turbulent Spirit and hopefully that would fill the gap. And this kind of helped me a lot. I tried to like time my ATB bars to where like I had 2 ATB bars right before I staggered the enemy. And it helps a lot, especially on the Adamantoise fight. You want to have a bunch of damage available when they go down because these guys are pretty beefy, and I think they did that on purpose because they know Barret doesn't do like huge nuke damage. But yeah, that's all for this video, and if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, or if you have a crazy strategy for this challenge, let me know because these challenges are crazy and they're really, really, really annoying. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.